Episode 3480, Turning Breakdowns into Breakthroughs.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're ready for an extraordinary week because guess what? What if you could name this day any day you wanted? Would you keep it as a Monday? Oh, well, you know what? It is a Mindset Monday. So it's time to turn breakdowns into breakthroughs. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the K.I.S.S newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. Well, you know what? It has been a whirlwind. Have you had an awesome weekend? Oh, can I just tell you, did you know that there were 51 gold medals given out over the past 48 hours over the weekend? Yes, I kid you not. When I heard that statistic, I was like, oh my goodness. Well, let me say this. How about you get to wear a gold medal today? How about you get up and decide, yes, this is my life. I'm going to start turning these breakdowns into breakthroughs. There's no more just kind of living on the dark side. Because I get it. Life is too crazy at times. In fact, you probably feel like there are more ups and downs. Oh, wait, no, there's more downs than ups, but you feel like you're upside down, so you don't know which direction you're going. It's like the wind seems more like a hurricane on steroids. If only you could take that extreme energy and position it to rebuild, turning breakdowns into breakthroughs. You know, I think about life. I do it a lot. I know people probably say, Christiane overthinks. I don't think I do. I just like to go deep because I do believe God has you here on this beautiful earth that he created on purpose for a purpose. And that purpose is greater than the purpose that you even know. And when we walk in step with him, it's amazing what can happen when life seems to be this whirlwind of chaos, where breakdowns seem to outnumber breakthroughs. But that's the fact of life, unfortunately. However, it's during these turbulent times that opportunity for transformation lies. It's a little peekaboo of hope, allowing us to harness that powerful energy to rebuild and emerge stronger than before. You know, I think about peekaboo. My granddaughter's 9 months old. Oh my goodness, she's adorable. But of course, I'm her grandma, so would I say anything different? Of course not. But that peekaboo, man, when they learn peekaboo and they understand that, wait, you're not there, but then you're there, you're not there, you're there. That's kind of like it is with breakdowns and breakthroughs. You're breaking down, you're like, oh, you're not there. Breakthrough, you're there, that's awesome. Oh, you're not there. Breakthrough, you're awesome. You see what I mean? It goes that fast. What if we could have that peekaboo more often? The positive one, the one that says you are in a breakthrough, not a breakdown, but a breakthrough. When life hits rock bottom, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and defeated. I get it. Failure's hard. But amidst the rubble, there is glimmer of hope waiting to be discovered. Yet you have to be the one to grab a hold of the obstacles and turn them into opportunities. And that's turning breakdowns into breakthroughs. That is your K.I.S.S to Keep It Simple strategy, turning breakdowns into breakthroughs. Yeah, I'm hammering this home today because we are now 5 months, well, technically less than that, till the year is over and we're going to be celebrating a new year. I mean, like, seriously, think about that. Are you already planning your New Year's resolutions? Oh, yeah, I know. Which is the top one? Is it the weight loss or is it I want to make more money? Usually those two are like the top in the top 5, but most of the time they're in the top 3. So that means you only have one other choice to, basically statistics say we all have the same resolution. We just have a different definition of the resolution, but basically it's the same thing. So I want you to think of a time when life didn't go your way. How did you respond? Maybe it was more so, how did you react? Was it more about defending your position? Trying to say, you know what, this is where I'm at? Or were you open to exploring how you got there? Think about those two questions. Listen to the questions again. Was it more about defending your position, or were you open to exploring how you got there? We often jump to defend, mainly because of our egos. It just is what it is. And some of us have bigger egos than others. And so it can really trip us up. But quite frankly, who wants to be wrong? However, if you want more out of life, it needs to be more about transformation than position. Think about that again. If you want more out of life, if you want to have greater impact and influence over your children, if you want to have greater impact and influence with your family, if you want to have greater impact and influence in your career, if you want to have greater impact and influence in your community, it needs to be more about transformation than position. But a lot of times we're running from position. I got to be first. And if we're like, oh, I maybe not be that great. Okay, yeah, well, I'll settle for maybe third, fourth, or fifth. But I got to be like the top 10. Why do you think people strive so hard? And yes, that's the correct word. They strive so hard to go viral. Why? It's position. They want to feel like they're on top of the world all the time. But even when you stand at the top two falls. So if you change that around and look at it differently, okay? We talked about definition, right? How we see things, the resolution. It needs to be more about what? The transformation. And that's when you look at how turning breakdowns into breakthroughs comes in. Number 1, practice self-reflection. Take a moment to pause. Are you still pausing? Or in this silence, did you find something else to do? Be honest with yourself. Maybe you're sitting here thinking, Christine, I don't have time for this. Yeah, you do. You've got a divine appointment today right here. So listen up. Take a moment to pause and reflect on the circumstances that led to the breakdown. Not about why you are where you are, as in the breakdown itself. It's the circumstances that led to the breakdown. By understanding the root cause of the challenges faced, you can gain clarity and insight into how to move forward. That means you got to drop the whole idea of position. That means you got to say goodbye to your ego. That means you've got to be honest with yourself, even if that means what you thought was truth is now a lie. In the stillness of reflection, the answers appear when we seek them. Think about that. So, let's look at an example here. Maybe someone has all of a sudden lost their job. Instead of spiraling into despair and just like going crazy of like, there's no way I'm going to do this. Now, I'm not saying you don't have a point. Those are valid feelings, okay? But don't hold on to that for the next 3 weeks, okay? Use the time to reflect on your career goals and aspirations, which will then pave a way for a new and exciting direction. It's not about defeat. It's about taking that defeat and turning it into what? A different path forward. It's a detour. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. That's self-reflection, my friend. It's not about that you've got all the answers. It's about the answers that appear when you seek in the stillness of reflection. So where do you need to spend some time in self-reflection? Where do you need to quiet your mouth so you can hear your heart, so you can listen to what God is saying to you? Number 2, embrace resilience. Cultivate resilience in the face of adversity, knowing that setbacks are merely stepping stones to success. Right? Those setbacks are what? Ready for a comeback? Come on. I have a great mentor and friend. She is hysterical. And she says, it's time to get up and put on your big girl panties. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. That's what we need to be doing. Saddle up. Let's go. When faced with obstacles, instead of giving up, face them head on with courage and determination. Resilience is not the absence of pain, but the courage to rebuild. My friends, you're going to have pain in life. You're going to hurt. There's going to be struggles and troubles. But let me tell you, you got to have the courage to rebuild. You've got to get up in the morning and put on your big girl panties. I'm just saying. So let's look at an example here. What if you are looking at a health crisis? And if you could stay resilient and commit to a healthier lifestyle, that will ultimately turn a breakdown in health into a breakthrough in well-being. It's all about how you frame it. Where do you need to embrace resilience? Where in your life are there challenges? Where are you hanging on to the pain more than looking for the transformation? What is it for you? Finally, number 3, seek support. Reach out to loved ones that you can trust, that have your best interest at heart. Not all of your family. I'm just telling you and being honest. Not all your family is going to help you. Just saying. They mean well, but they don't know well. There is a difference. Maybe you need to reach out to mentors, coaches, or other professionals for guidance and support during challenging times. I believe everybody needs a coach and a counselor. We all go through things. We've got to have that support group. So surround yourself with a strong support system. And when you do that, it can provide encouragement, perspective, and practical advice. Meaning, what can I do next? What does it look like? But understand this. If you start at number 1, what was number 1? Self-reflection, right? That, my friend, is your answer. You need to start there. And then you come in and seek support. Because most of the time, deep down, if we really, really, really want to get down to the nitty-gritty, and I'm talking about like when you're digging in sand. Have you ever gone to the beach? I love the beach, by the way. You know, I'm from Hawaii. So when you're digging in sand, right, you have just this nice, pretty layer kind of right on top. And it just feels so soft. And as the water goes out, you can just see the little sand pebbles just like, whoa. And it just settles in, right? You can just see it. It's like the earth moves, which technically it does because the water's going out of it. But we'll leave science for another episode. And so you have all these sand kernels, so to speak, right, on the top, just a top layer. And then if you start digging with the shovel, right, and you're like, oh, I'm going to make a sand castle today. So you start digging. Pretty soon, the sand is what? It's more wet. Why? Because the water can't drain out of it as fast. Only the top does. So you dig a little bit further and a little bit further, and guess what? Now you're finding that the sand is changing color. And it's getting colder. Oh, wait, and it looks like it's kind of dirty. All of a sudden, you're like, wait, how is there dirt here? There's no way. What do you think is in the ocean that comes in? It's not just about the sand, the coral, right? Everything, the little bits, the shells that make up the sand, and it comes in onto the shoreline. But there's dirt in there. There's stuff in there. And guess what? It's smaller. So it goes through and it all goes and settles down. And what? It compacts more at the bottom. My friend, that's when you're getting to the nitty gritty. And then you keep digging and digging more. And now like there's no sand here. It's like it looks like it's all gunk. And sometimes you find a few things that shouldn't be in your ocean floor. But for whatever reason, it washed up on the shoreline. Now, as you've dug to build this beautiful, awesome sandcastle, you find trash. That's reflection, my friend. That's looking and going deeper and deeper, not just to say, oh, well, I think this is what it is. No. Because anything you tell yourself can be truth because it's what you believe. But is it really truth? Or is it a lie that you've just been told over and over again? So in your growing up or experience and circumstances and situations, you see that it's truth to me. So how can it be any different? My question to you is, but what if it is? Now, I'll say this, maybe it's not, right? And so then it's like, okay, but you've got to exhaust all sides. And what's really cool is when you find the support system, right? As you're self-reflecting, you begin to dig, and you find that help. And then you're like, okay, I can do this. And you're willing to be resilient. Like you're going to grab onto courage and you're ready to rebuild. You're ready to see where you are and how you got there. You want to get to the nitty gritty. So then you get your support system and they're like, yes, we're going to hold you up. And guess what? Community is a cornerstone of resilience. It's the time to come together. You know, navigating a difficult relationship breakdown becomes more manageable with the support of a therapist or a close friend, which makes a way for personal growth and healing. That's a support that you need in life. And I can't wait. I mean, seriously, I have been waiting for AIM to open. We are getting close. I promise. I know it's hard. I've been talking about this for a long time, but you see this. You got to understand my heart. My heart is this. I want to give you excellence. I'm not saying perfection. Listen to the difference. Listen to my words. I want to give you excellence. I want to be able to show up for you. And if I just open up the doors and I've got about 6 other rooms that are in renovation and I don't know how it all connects, how can I serve you well when I'm working on this other side of things? It doesn't bode well for any of us. And then what? We have a mess on our hands, more so than us prolonging opening up the doors. I want to invite you in to our beautiful community, and it's going to happen. But I just pray that you're patient with me, and when it opens, man, I want you there because we've got to support each other. No one has all the answers. No one does. But you can reflect internally, and you can get that support. So guess what? You can get up in the morning and put on your big girl panties and start all over again. So when faced with life's inevitable breakdowns, because it's going to happen, right? Change is a constant. And if change is a constant, that means what? Breakdowns are going to happen. Remember that every setback is an opportunity for a comeback. You can strive for more so you can thrive. This means you have room for growth and transformation. So no matter how you find life, in the depths of breakdowns, you can have a breakthrough and discover the resilience to rise and rebuild. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.